Hey everybody, it's Loose Men. I'm just going to go and find my partner. Come on, Sonny, where are you?
Hey,
Hey Sonny, alright, how
good
you
afternoon,
doing?
fellow loose man. How are you? Can you hear me, see me?
Yeah, I can hear you, so everything's all good?
Yeah, just busy. I feel all electronic today. First it was Zoom, then it was Microsoft Teams, now it's Instagram Live, and now I don't know what other electronic platform will be on next. I feel it electrified. I'm just thinking, oh God, I want those mountains again. I want to go back in the mountains like I did on Sunday.
I'm just
How
going to
is,
use this as my break. I'm going to use this as
yeah.
my lunch in between clients.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Fantastic.
it.
Okay. So
Loose
brilliant.
Men.
Fantastic. Brilliant
Okay,
stuff. So then, go on. Sorry.
so what's going to be the theme today then? What are we going to talk about today then? Just do it or don't give up.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really important theme. Never give up. I think they're both interlinked. Should we talk about both of them, or how do you want to?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Well, here
Go
you go.
on.
Here you go. So the reason why I wanted to talk about it, I was watching one of those old films the other day. What Women Want. Do you remember that, Mel Gibson?
Oh yes, yeah. That's a very good film with Helen somebody
That's
as
it.
the
Yeah.
actress. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was stealing someone's idea, and it was all to do with Nike. And in the film, it's all about obviously the Nike brand. Just do it, and
Mm.
which got me thinking about obviously in life. I think it's so easy that you can give up or you just do it, and I think that's what, that's where the concept came from for today, which is to talk
Yeah.
about kind of like that whole, don't give up on your dreams. Yeah, so that's the reason where it come from. So yeah, if you want to add on to that, great.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very powerful brand, isn't it? Nike. I mean, if I go, I mean, this is like pre-COVID-19, going into, say, the Resort World, which is like a massive shopping mall at the NEC in Birmingham.
Yeah,
And I went there with my two children a good 5-6 months ago. And there was a massive Nike store, and all they had on there was just do it, It's very powerful, that imagery. And then it makes
yeah,
you think, yeah, I want to do it. I want to, I want to just get some things sorted. I want to build this. I want to save for that. I want to make this. I want to write that, and produce this and whatever. And it's very powerful. And also it's a very good message as well, because sometimes we don't just do it. We
no,
just think too much. We just think too much about things that are not right, going wrong. So there's no possibility of looking anywhere else. My life is terrible. My life is this, that, and the other. When really it's about examining, just having a perspective on it. But that is some kind of talk going on in your head that's
yeah,
allowing you to feel like that. But if you change the talk, that, okay,
yeah,
I'm feeling down today, I'm feeling depressed, stressed, whatever it might be. However, I also have a choice. I have a choice to be able to feel happier, because for me, happiness is a choice.
yeah.
Even though
Good
maybe
point.
one day, maybe one day I'm not feeling very well, I've got a stomach pain, or I've got or an issue or something, but still I'm not feeling well, but I still then use my subconscious part of my mind, which is the creative part of the mind, which is 85% of the mind, to use that subconscious part of the mind to then divert my attention and try and do something anyway, like still type that email, still read that book, still make that phone call, even though I might not be feeling very well. And that's where the just do it comes in, And sometimes when you're not feeling up to it, I think you might have said this to me, and it really were. You said, I think last week, you were saying that you're going for a run, and I said, I
Yeah.
wish I could go for a walk because it's raining. And you said, just do it. And you know what I did? I did it about 2 hours afterwards, and I felt so much better. And if you hadn't have told me, I wouldn't have done it. But it really helped. It helped change my mood, my shift, my state, my mood.
You know what? I was listening to a podcast some time ago. I'm gonna say it was from that guy that wrote that book, You Can't Hurt Me. David Goggins. Is it David Goggins? I think it was David.
I'm not come across it, but yeah.
He was talking about like the difference between motivation and determination, and he was using like this sort of like he explained it in terms of you wanted to go for a run. You said to yourself, you want to lose weight, you want to get fit, you feel very motivated, and you can do it, but it's only going to take you so far. And then he was talking about the fact that if it started snowing outside of your house, you know, are you going to be really motivated to go out that door? Because I can guarantee you, something like your mind's going to kick in and it's going to turn around and say, you can't go out that door. You can't, because it's snowing. You can't go out there. It's snow. You're going to get cold. And then he was talking about the difference that if you step out of that door and you don't give up, now you're stepping into that determination mode. Because now you've become motivated. Yeah. You've been motivated to determined. And I think when you look at that what he was saying now, I think that's true. And it's just like yourself, you know, you were saying last week, you know, that, oh my God, it's raining. But just do it.
Yeah, I know. I swear I was not in the mood, but you said, just do it. I thought, my friend's giving me a message here. I need to listen to why am I not motivated? Oh, it's raining, it's this, that, and the other. But then I just did it. It's a very important distinction to make between motivation and determination. Very, very important, because for me, motivation is the willingness, you know, like, you know, giving yourself the kind of a bit of say, yeah, let's do it. However, it is the determination that's going to help you carry that willingness forward, you know, because 1 minute I could be motivated and then suddenly a voice might, like you said, the example there you said about it's snowing outside, so I'm not going to go out. But then the thing is, though, the determination then overpowers the egoic voice. The egoic voice is telling you, I'm protecting you here. But then your intuition saying, no, I want to do it. You know, it's going to help me. Let me feel refreshed, change my state. Hello, Neil, are you still there, my friend?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still
seeing it. That's okay, I can still hear you, yeah. Because I think, you know, sometimes you can have that vision that, yeah, let's do it, that willingness, I'm going to do it, you know, whether someone tells me to do it or I have it inside. But then the determination is that momentum to take those steps, to move yourself physically, to then tell your egoic mind, look, I know you want to protect me and it's cold outside, but I know it's going to really, really help. And there are some techniques out there. I don't know whether you've heard of the Wim Hof technique. It's like a breathing technique. It's really Wim Hof, and it's very. Yeah, Wim Hof. It's a very. Yeah, I'm losing you, my friend. I don't know what's happening. Are you on data? Are you on? Why? I'm on data.
You on data?
Yeah. Are you on data?
No, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Can you still see me?
I can, my friend, but I can just about make you out. There's like a buffering thing coming on.
Am I still here?
I can just about make you out, my friend. I can see you smiling now, but I can't. Yeah, but it's very buffery on your end.
Is it? What about now?
Are you able to switch to data?
It won't work. Yeah. Can you see it now?
It's a bit better, but it's still very crackly.
This is very good. This is very good.
It's going to be a bit difficult to carry on because I'm really losing you now.
Well, man. Play around a minute.
Yeah. Do you want to switch? It's not that brilliant, but do you want to switch to data? Have you turned your settings from Wi-Fi to data?
Let's have a look. What about now, Sonny?
That's better. I can hear you now.
Can you see me?
I can just see a buffering, but I can. The main thing I can hear you though.
Is it?
I could, you know, like it's like your face is like frozen, and there's like a circle going round.
Oh, really? Really? But can you hear me?
I can hear you, my friend. So we can carry on. We'll carry on.
Yeah, let's just carry on. Let's carry on. Let's carry on.
Okay, we'll do it. This is live television, so these things happen. I think it happened to me. I think it happened to me 2 weeks ago. I think there's so many people using broadband. I reckon it's everybody else's fault. Okay. All right then. So
I think when you go back to that, like, you know, obviously, you know, never give up. Okay, and I think you've got to find a place inside yourself where nothing is impossible.
yes.
You know, and I think when you look at the start of the new year, I think everybody, you know, will write out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. But I don't know the percentages of that, but I would say that after maybe 6 weeks, people will just then take a step back and say, oh, do you know what, I've done it, you know, I've achieved that small hurdle. But I think you have to look through all of that, and you have to say, no, I'm determined. I'm determined to get to the end of my year, and I want to be able to turn around and say that I've actioned everything, you know. And again, I think it's fantastic, you know. I think when you get that mindset of actually saying, just like I just said there, that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You know, I think it kind of put that power pose on. You put your power pose onto life, and you're sort of saying, "Hey, come and get me."
I like
come
that.
And get me.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I like that. It's good.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You know, every day I'm going to get up and I'm going to be ready for my day. You know, it doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter what I do. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit on me.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what you're doing. If you don't carry things out, what you promised yourself, you are in a way quitting on yourself. I mean, you've got to be really tuned into what's going on. I mean, obviously, if you are physically ill, that you're not able to move because you promised yourself you're going to go for a walk or you're going to do some exercise or whatever. If you're physically sick, then that's fine. That's understandable. That's beyond your control. But if something is in your control, and this is one thing that people don't understand, your mind is for you to control. I mean, the subconscious mind is your servant. That is there to serve you. So whatever you expose to the conscious mind, you know, I've seen this person looking really healthy, fit. I'm going to put that in my conscious mind. Then your subconscious mind said, yeah, Sunil, if you want to do that, if you want to get fit, you want to lose weight, you want to look better, feel better, then yeah, let's do it. And this is how you're going to do it. The thing about determination is, and this is a really good example that you brought up about New Year's resolutions, because people have the best intentions, you know, once they've completely stuffed themselves up to the gills. And I'm no different to any other person. You know, you've had a really good time with the food and the drink and whatnot, and then you're feeling all puffy and stuffy, and you think, oh no, that's it now. Then come 1st of January, that's it. The thing is, we might have this determination, but if we're not realistic with our goals, and we're not realistic with how we're going to meet those goals, and in terms of the timelines and how we're going to support ourselves, change of routines, you know, how we're going to get support from other people, like, you know, in some cases, like, you know, maybe a nutritionist, or, you know, get a coach or get a personal trainer, whatever your goals are, then if you're not realistic about those goals, that will really take the edge away from the determination. Let me give you an example. For me, you know, I mean, since January, I've lost nearly 2.5 stone, and I'm on track for losing a further stone. And where before I've had issues with, you know, working and not eating properly and not exercising, I said to myself, well, Sunil, in the past you were motivated and you were determined but you lost the determination because the goals were not realistic enough. So what I did, I just gave myself very realistic goals. I said, okay, £1 a week. Just, you know, you don't have to lose 5 or 7 a week. Lose £1 a week and do subtle changes. So it's more like a lifestyle change, not a diet. You're not on a diet, you're on a lifestyle change. That has helped. So 5 months on, you know, and my determination has not decreased. It's still the same, and I've kept it at a level because I want to keep going towards my goal. But I have to manage my determination as well. Because sometimes, you know, we can like suddenly say, yeah, let's do it. I want to just absolutely do it, determined. But the next day you fall flat. And I've done that so many times, you know, in my life.
But I think it's interesting where you said like the word goals, and actually sometimes I think words can be quite demotivating. And I think the problem with goals is, can you still hear me okay?
I can, my friend, yeah.
I think the problem is with goals. I think sometimes they're overrated, and I don't mean that in a way that no one should set goals. But I think the word goals, it can be too much, because sometimes when you hit that peak and you reach that goal, all of a sudden you get this excitement and your mind's going, hey, I've done it, I've got to the top of the mountain. Ooh, but what next?
Yeah.
What next?
Maybe goals. You're right. It's a good point. It's a very good point. Yeah. And
I think that's where it comes back to that point that you were saying. You've got to make it realistic, but I think it's got to be continuous. And I think that's where we change from being motivated. Don't be motivated. Be downright determined. Because no matter how hard it's going to be, you've got to tell yourself, I'm going to bloody make it. I'm going to make it.
We need that bulldog spirit in there, because that's what gets things done. You know, when we think about things that we've got to do and we get things done, whether it's working on ourselves, working on our homes, working on our children, you know, projects and all sorts of things. We do need that fighting spirit. That's important. But I do agree with you, because I think goals can be a bit misleading, because they allude to some kind of completion. You know, the fact that this is, and the thing is though, and I've noticed that, oh right, I've lost 2 stone, 3 stone, I've got fitter, I can fit into these clothes, blah, blah, blah. And then I think, right, I've done it, and then I go back to the same old. I thought that's terrible. Then I put on more than I even lost. Thinking, well, what happened there? You know. So I really thought, well, maybe it's more. Maybe the goal is to have a lifestyle change. Treat it as a lifestyle. So I don't have any kind of tangibles or anything like metrics to measure, because I just kept it very loose, so I can still keep on it, but not say, right, you know, after this way, after that way, then that's it, I'm done. Because I know once I do that, I will start to slip back into those old ways. Not to say that I've got a weight problem or I've got issues with my eating or anything like that. I just know with my busy lifestyle, if I'm busy with work, then that will affect your time that you devote to your health. And I have to say, being in lockdown has actually helped my health like anything. You know, give me a real focus. It's really helped, actually.
I think it's got to support you. You know, I think, again, I think you've got to look at it. You've got to look at it as an extension of you. And I think whatever you do, and I think what anybody chooses to do in terms of that analogy of don't give up, whatever you're doing, it's got to support you. It's got to make you happy. Yeah,
that's what it's about. Yeah.
Because I think if you put too much into that pot, you're just going to get so busy again, and that's where I think goals can outweigh that determination. But if you just kind of keep it nice and simple, like you're saying, you just put a little snippet into that bucket every day.
Yeah.
It's going to make you more determined, and you're not going to have to keep rubbing around in that bucket to get those goals out again.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get demotivated. It affects your motivation as an inverse. You know, first to motivate, get determined with the goal, then you've achieved it. You don't need to be, you don't need to be determined anymore. You lose your motivation. It's all linked. I totally agree with you. And I think that the more that we can start to look at things in a more broader context, But yeah, you know, bring it back to you. You know, when we talk about, I mean, us being life coaches, I mean, our job is to try to get people to become happier, you know, much more happier than what they were previously. Because obviously there's something there that's a bit off, that's not quite right in their lives. And then they'll come to people like us to try to get clarity, some techniques, some strategies, some hacks, some nudges to help them along their journey. And you're right, you know, when we've set ourselves something for us to do that will benefit us, it is about, it's aligned to your happiness. Now, I know for me, I'm a lot happier as a result of losing weight and getting fitter, but I know I've still got a bit of a way to go until I be able to get to a level. But I know it's all serving me well, but I've done it slowly and consistently and not falling off the wagon. And I don't think I will, because I can still eat the things that I want to eat, but it's in a more managed, in a more mindful way. You know, so absolutely. So it is about making sure, you're right, it's linked into yourself, you know, in terms of what you want. You've got to be like getting happier.
You've got to be like a lion, I think, Sonny, I think in life. I think you've got to be like a lion. I think you've got to be able to roar. You know, you've got to be able to sort of really, really get back to the basics of it. And you've got to roar to life. You've got to turn around. Because, again, you speak about this all the time, but life will keep dealing you knocks. It's going to keep dealing you. It's going to keep saying, give up, Sonny. Give up on your 4G.
Absolutely.
But it wants you to give up. It wants you. I honestly, truly believe that sometimes I think it wants you to give up, because when you think about it, like how long we're here for, and it is a long time. You know, like I said, this experience that everybody that's going through in the population of the world, but nothing's easy in life. No. And if it doesn't be easy, I think you're very quick. But life shouldn't be easy.
No. You know, and absolutely no. Exactly. I totally agree with you. I have some spiritual thoughts about this, if I can convey them in loose men style. Well, I think, be it spiritual or philosophical, I don't know which way you could view this. But for me personally, yeah, you're right. I totally agree with all your sentiments. And I believe that, you know, we are here the whole being on planet Earth is like being in like an Earth school. You know, this is that basically we're all in school, and good, bad, ugly, we like it, we don't like it, and it's there for us to learn. And some things we might not like, some things we'll find fantastic, and that is also reflective of life, you know. And some things we don't plan for, but they happen to us, and then things that we plan for, and then they don't work out the way that we expected them to. So either way, we get down the dumps. However, the more that we can accept the inevitability of things possibly going wrong, things that you are not in control of, the more that we can be resilient to life, okay? Because this comes under resilience as well, because we also need to be hardened, like you said, you know, bulldog spirit, fighting spirit, that, you know, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I know that if something did happen, I've still got to carry on, you know, I've still got to keep moving. And, you know, when you hear inspirational stories, I mean, I'm going to be doing a podcast with a lady from America who is now a coach, but she's had visual impairment all her life. And she has achieved so much in spite of her visual impairment, going to Stanford, getting a maths degree, you know, qualifying as a coach, starting around massage business. And she's so inspirational, but she's done it because, you know, she knew that there was some fight inside her that I can do this and I can get on with it. And that's what she's done. An amazing example of someone who could have gone the other way, but no, she didn't go on the vicious, went into the virtuous path. And everybody can do that. We've all got to accept that things happen, they happen, or we don't expect them to happen, they do, but we just need to gain perspective. And for me, I always find that if I have pain in my life, whatever pain it is, it's an opportunity for spiritual growth. Even though it's horrible at the time it's horrible, but it is an opportunity for spiritual growth. There's meant to be some lessons from this. This is why we're in school. This is why I call it Earth School. So that's my kind of thought on that. So the way we can perceive it,
But you imagine when that day comes that she goes up and meets the big man, you know, he's going to give her a good clap, and he's going to probably have everybody there. He's going to turn around and say to her, well done, well done. You didn't give up. You didn't give up. You know, and it's interesting. You said it earlier on about, you know, that we all like to be in control. You know, and when you go back sort of centuries ago, in the Egyptians, they were trying to control their finances and their riches. You know, they even put it as part of their death. You know, you're going to bury me in a tomb. You're going to take all my gold. Yeah. But look what happened years later. They got robbed, so they couldn't control it. You know, they could. You know, they were trying to take all of their riches with them to the actual grave. But yet thousands of years later, people came in and robbed it all, so they couldn't control it. And I think that what I'm trying to say is that sometimes, as much as we try to control it, it makes us quite condensed. You know, we can't control life. We can't control what we can do. Have that bulldog spirit, which is what you're saying. And that don't give up. Don't give up. You know, if you're thinking that, like I said, you know, if you want to try and make that London Marathon, you know, don't give up at the first hurdle, because it's going to turn around and say to you, you can't do it. You can't do it. But I guarantee you push yourself through it, then you can taken back some control, because now you're saying to your mind, actually, do you know what, I'm bloody determined to walk through this path.
Absolutely. And you know, again, Neil, brilliant point about control. In life, we can't control things that happen. They happen, okay? What we can control is how we react to it, how we deal with it, how we react to it. We can either react to it in this way or that way. So how we react to a situation is just as important as the things happening to us. Because if, you know, I mean, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a believer in karma. You know, whatever you put out there, you get it back. You know, in physics, there's a law of motion. For every, you know, action, there is a consequential reaction. Okay. So I'm a believer in that. When I look at my life, I'm thinking, oh my God, this is why things happen, because I can link the two together. And also, this is why it's so important that, you know, is to be mindful of every single moment of your life from now, moving forward, because you're not realizing, you know, not you, sorry, Neil, but in general, people, they're not realize that every moment that you are on this planet, you are emitting something, an energy. And if it's always negative, that I've got this problem, I can't do that, then that's going to happen to you. You're going to feel negative and low. So you can start to shift your thinking into looking at the positives. Well, at least I'm not dead. At least I can breathe. At least I can still walk. Or at least I can, you know, get another job. Okay, my relationship's over. I'll recover, get over it. Then I might try again, you know, where people lose things and then they can then take stock and then maybe get them again. So it is about being in control of yourself. People don't know how powerful they are as people, their own self. If they can start to manage their own mind through mindfulness, you can do mindfulness, meditation, you can get into a zone where anything could have happened to you, but you are in control and you sift those thoughts. I mean, we use things like swish technique, you know, for NLP, we use things like that for people to get a different perspective on things and not let it ruin their lives. Or, you know, we shouldn't use whatever happened to us, whatever the problem is, we should not let that identify us. We should not let that label us or categorize us, or for us to believe in that identity. That probably wasn't even our fault because of circumstances. So we need to look at things for what they were, and then still look at the opportunity available in terms of what I can do with myself now in this world, in this kind of situation that I'm actually in.
I'm just literally looking at the times. I've got to shoot. Okay, but I think this has got to be our quickest ever loose men. I think we've nailed it. I hope anybody that is watching this, I think again we've made some, you know, great points. And one thing I would like to possibly look at next time is be a thermostat or be a thermometer.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, Neil, you come out with some light gems. That's a brilliant one. Let's do that next time. Really good.
But
Really good.
just to close the show, I'm just going to say my little bit, and then obviously if you want to sort of jump in, but I just want to say to anyone that's watching this, you will win if you don't quit.
Yeah, that's it. I totally, I couldn't, you know, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. You know, just never, ever give up. Never, ever give up on yourself. Or there's always another way. Your mind's probably saying, this is the only way, and it's going in this direction. No.
Yeah.
Just what you just need to do, and this is to the people who are watching, if you're in a bad situation, you just can't see any way out, just be still, take some deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just get, if you have to change your environment, just go to another room, go outside, just change your mind set in that moment, okay? Through breathing, through controlled breathing. And honestly, it will then just take you slightly away of what you're going through, and then you can then look at other options. And don't hesitate to pick up the phone to a trusted friend, somebody who can help you, all right? But you're not on your own. Lots of help out there, people who can help you, but never, ever, ever give up. Because as long as you're alive and breathing, there are tons of potentiality out there. Trust me, I'm a man who's been there, done that. So
exactly. Exactly. And I think, again, as well, like I said, I'm just mindful of the time, but effort is between you and you, not you and somebody else. It's you and you. And again, the biggest enough that you need to give to anybody in life is you.
Yeah, yeah. And all you need is you. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. Really good, man. Really good. We nailed it. High fives, man. Way.
High five. High five. Again. High five. Well, like I said, again, anyone that watches this in the next couple of hours, like I said, you know, fantastic. Please leave a message. Please get in touch, and let's keep doing this. We're
gonna carry on, my friend. We're gonna carry on. Absolutely. Well done. Cheers, Neil. Ladies, my friend. Ladies, buddy. All right. You take care. All right.
Bye,
okay.
Bye.
Bye.